Hello, beautiful, thick boys and girls. I'm Syphilis, and I have some special news to share with you. And a little bit of a rundown about those news, I guess, kind of. But first, let me talk about this game. This was just a regular casual comp game, but this was my last game for me to go Legend this season, and also to get the Unbroken title. The reason why it took so long to get the title is because I never really cared for it. It doesn't, the title doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't help you improve your gameplay at all. It's just a title. So I only went Legend rank on the season Not Forgotten came out. I only went Legend the season I soloed it, and then kind of casually Legend this season because I was playing like friends a bit more. The other seasons, for me, there was no point. Like after Fable for Recluse, like you don't get anything afterwards. For the very first season, Claymore, which was the worst. For the amount of points you got, oh my god, I think that took the longest, just for 2100. Like I didn't want to get Legend for the ornament. Plus, no one even uses the gun hardly. So finally got it this season, so I don't have the Unbroken. So now I have the Unbroken title. This game it's nothing crazy. I thought it was pretty cool. It's mainly here just so I can talk to you guys and tell you guys about the news, and then also I don't think I died, so that's pretty cool. It was my last game. Like I said, 5500. So the news: I'm finally partnered on Twitch. Whee! Grunt birthday party! Yay! Popped open some champagne last night on stream. And yeah, it finally happened. Partnered on July 10th, 2019. I'll give you all a little rundown on how my whole little streaming thing went since I first started up until now. So, back in the day, I think when Destiny first came out, I didn't even play it. I didn't play Destiny for the first month or two because I didn't have an Xbox One. I was still playing. I still had the 360, but I think it was Halo 4 at the time. Was Halo 4 on the 360? I don't remember. I forget which game I was playing on the Xbox 360, but I had a PS3 and I was playing like Call of Duty Ghosts, and that's pretty much what I was playing. I wasn't into games quite as much at that time, but while I was in college, I met one of my friends from there online. His name is Hand Grenade Cade, and I think I was talking about Destiny. I was like, yeah, I've seen this game Destiny. It looks pretty cool. Like it was made by Bungie and Halo, so I was like, kind of want to get an Xbox One to get back into it. And that's what I did. I got an Xbox One and got back into it. And I remember back in the day on the Xbox 360 in Halo, they had the theater feature. And like if you wanted clips, you had to go back and record it. And it was cool because you could like kind of show your friends and friends. But I don't know. I didn't know how to like get that on my phone to share or whatever, or my computer to post anywhere. Plus I wasn't really on social media to share it anyway. Like I had an Instagram, or some other stuff, and a Facebook, of course, but I didn't really use them. I remember too, back in the day, I mentioned to my dad, I was like, Dad, can I get an HD PVR so I can record gameplay? And he's like no. And he tried to get me something, but like it didn't work. I don't remember, but it didn't work. And man, if my dad would have got me the HD PVR back then or whatever, I would have been recording and uploading gameplay way back in the day before anybody else was, and missed out on that opportunity. Thanks, Dad. I'm just kidding. My dad's awesome. Anyway, so I got the Xbox One, and the Xbox One made it actually really easy to record gameplay and post it, because I always wanted to share gameplay. I'm sure some of you know that. I've always wanted to share gameplay and post it to YouTube, but I just didn't know how. But the Xbox One made it really easy, so I started to record clips and figured out I can get that on my phone and post them on Instagram, so I started posting on Instagram. Trials came out, so I played Trials for like a few weeks with friends, and then some mutual friends came in, and I pretty much did a double carry. I helped them both go flawless, and they're like, "Wow, you're really good at the game. You should start streaming." One of them's name is Neonomical. I don't remember the other guy, but I was like, "What's streaming?" I didn't know that, but I started streaming. I think I started out the Xbox, and I started out the Xbox, I think, and I started posting, you know, my Twitch, not my Twitch, my Twitter. I think it was my Twitter and my Instagram. Like, hey. I think it was mainly Instagram that I'm live streaming, doing double carries, or I'm doing carries for Trials. So started to build up a little fan base towards that, and I remember back in the day I would open Twitch on my phone, open Twitch on the iPad, open Twitch downstairs just to get like 3 viewers, and eventually, you know, people started coming in. I started helping people, and then throughout the I think it was like 2 years or 3 years or whatever. I started to build a little fan base, and I met a lot of good friends, and I started to kind of average pretty high. I think I was averaging maybe around 75 viewers. One of the best times people always brings up is, you know, that time I was with my friend Sound Sniper, and we backed out on Real Crafty and Gothalion when they were helping somebody go flawless the first time. People bring that up a lot. People bring up a lot the video about Grenadier Jake. Now let me be clear about this video about Grenadier Jake. I fought Grenadier Jake a lot, okay? Back in trials, we matched a lot. And the reason I posted that, I didn't post videos that were like unfair. So it was like, so for example, say Jake was doing a double carry and I was doing a single carry and I won. I wouldn't post that video because it was unfair. He was doing a double and I was doing a single. And that's how it was a lot of times. But that match just happened to be me doing a double carry and he was doing a single carry. So that's why I posted it. And no, we didn't stream snipe. I think I had his stream up on my phone just to listen afterwards. That was it. But anyway, that's set that aside. So what was it? I think I was averaging around 75 viewers, but then I took like a year off. And y'all, if y'all remember back then in the day, I was pretty extra thick. I had a lot of C's. So during that year, I kind of lost a couple of those C's, and then during that year off, I kind of lost interest in gaming, so I didn't game as much. When I finally got back into streaming after I moved in with Mia up in Canada, I'm originally from Texas. When I finally got back into streaming, like my view count, I still had a lot of followers, but a lot of those followers were gone. I guess they just don't stop watching Twitch or anything. So I probably had like 9,000 followers, and you know, it didn't look as good to me when I have like 9,000 followers on Twitch, but I don't have like, you know, 7 viewers. But anyway, for a while there, I was just I think for the past year and a half, I was just slowly grinding my way back up. You know, averaging 15, 20 viewers. Eventually, I kind of started. Eventually, it got back up to a good viewer count, and I was able to meet the partnership. And you know how I met the partnership minimum? And you know how I met that partnership minimum? Was YouTube. Now, I'll give you the best advice I think for streaming in a second, but let me talk about the advice I used to give back in the day. Now, the advice back in the day, and people would ask me about streaming, is how they do it, how they started up, whatever. I would tell them just start streaming after your console. You know, a lot of people play console mainly that I knew. I was like, just start streaming after console. See how you like it, okay? Don't go spending a bunch of money and then start streaming and then you might not like it and stop. So I say start streaming your console, because streaming can be very discouraging. Like if you start streaming, you might have like 0 viewers for a while, and then after that 1 or 2 viewers for a while. And like I said, it can be very discouraging and make you want to stop. And if you're not consistent, then you kind of just like waste all the money and equipment. So that was my tips for back then. Just start streaming after console and try it out. Now back then, after I started to get a little more viewers, I was like, I want a webcam! I want overlays! And you couldn't do that on the Xbox. So what I did was we had this old family PC that like just wasn't used anymore. And I took that, grabbed some old monitor, grabbed some old keyboard, old mouse, you know, the old purple and green connections, not even the USB. And that's what I used for my stream setup. And I put it on like one of those 90s TV trays that you would sit there and eat a TV dinner with and watch some shows at night. Or cartoons, whatever. Are you fucking kidding me? I'll show you a picture of it. But that was my first stream setup. I don't think I had a microphone. I think I still used my headset mic. Nowadays, though, like everybody streams and everybody has nice setups. So you really have to step up your game if you want to, you know, kind of compete with others. You don't necessarily need a 2 PC setup, but you need to make sure you have nice microphone audio, nice, you know, stream stuff, and a webcam kind of helps. I use a hand cam, but I used to use a webcam. But the #1 thing I can say to definitely help your Twitch channel grow is YouTube. You have to do something on YouTube. And for Twitch, for streaming, like, you gotta have something to offer, I guess, viewers, for entertainment wise. If you're not offering like top of the line gameplay, at least have a good personality, be funny. If you're not as funny, at least have top tier gameplay. Like for me, I'm pretty boring and I have average gameplay, so I don't know how I made it. But definitely YouTube is where it's at. Like YouTube is best for discoverability, Twitch is better for like your intimacy with your followers. My channel started to really take off a little bit after the 1v4 video I posted. And I managed to hit the Twitch partnership minimum kind of on my own like that. And then I applied, got denied the first time, applied again. During the application process is when I met Jez, and Jez really helped me out tremendously. I helped him get Revoker. He gave me a couple of shout outs, and it helped out a lot for my YouTube. People started going to my YouTube, and then from my YouTube they came to my Twitch, and that really helped. So still, thank you again to Jez for helping me out so much. And the second time I applied, I got denied again because I had a couple streams that were below the average 75 viewers. So third time I applied on the June 13th, and I didn't get a response till July 10th. I was just like, every day I'm just checking my email constantly. So it finally happened, and I'm finally partnered. And that's a quick little rundown of my streaming experience, I guess. I can probably go into it more, but I'll be talking for like 15 minutes. I already talked for 11 minutes or 10 minutes, but that's that. I'll just let you guys kind of know that I want to let you guys know that I got partnered and kind of just go over that process a little bit. So yeah, I hope you guys kind of didn't mind listening to me talk, and hopefully the gameplay was okay in the background. And yeah, as always, Guardians, stay thick. Yes, sir, Blake.
Sound tactics bring victory.